Stop everything right now and do not scroll past this because what you are about to hear has fans arguing non-stop, and if you love dramatic revelations then this is the moment to hit subscribe, like, comment, and share this story with everyone who needs to hear it because once you start you will not be able to stop. It began with a sentence no one expected Wang to say out loud. He spoke calmly, clearly, without hesitation. He said Bai Lu is just a co-worker. Those words hit like a wave across fan spaces. Screens lit up. Comments exploded. Old theories cracked instantly. People replayed the clip again and again, trying to find hidden meaning. But there was none. His tone was steady. His expression firm. This was not confusion. This was clarity. And then came the second part. The part that changed everything. Dylan did not stop at explaining his work relationship. He went further. He explained why Shen Yu was the one he took home. Not to a private dinner. Not to friends. But to meet his mother and father. That single detail shifted the entire narrative. Because in his world, that choice meant something deeper than words. Behind the scenes, the moment unfolded quietly. No cameras were invited. No announcements were made. Shen Yu arrived with nervous composure, dressed simply, her hands folded as if grounding herself. She was not there to perform. She was there to be real. Dylan walked beside her, not ahead. Not behind. Beside. When they stepped into his family home, the atmosphere changed instantly. This was not a place of headlines. This was a place of values. His parents greeted Shen Yu warmly, observing her with gentle curiosity. There was no interrogation, no tension, just presence. They talked for hours. About life, about pressure, about what it means to grow under constant attention. Shen Yu listened more than she spoke, answering thoughtfully when asked. Dylan watched closely, not nervously, but protectively, as if every reaction mattered. At one point, his mother smiled and said something that stayed in the room long after. She said you can tell a lot about a person by how they sit in silence. Shen Yu sat comfortably, calm, respectful. That was the moment everything settled. When Dylan later spoke publicly, he did not reveal details. He did not need to. His words were enough. Bai Lu is a co-worker. Shen Yu is someone he trusts with his personal world. Fans noticed something else too. Dylan looked different. Lighter. More resolved. Like someone who had finally stopped carrying uncertainty. Shen Yu appeared the same way. Strong. Composed. Quietly confident. Online reactions shifted. Some people resisted. Some accepted. Many paused and reflected. Because the truth had been spoken plainly, without drama. This was not about choosing sides. It was about setting boundaries. Dylan made it clear that work stays at work. And personal life stays protected. Taking someone home to meet parents is not a casual move. It is a decision rooted in intention. It says this person matters beyond the surface. Beyond speculation. Beyond trends. Shen Yu did not need to explain herself. Her presence did that for her. And as the noise slowly softened, one thing became undeniable. Wang spoke again, not to create chaos but to end confusion. He chose clarity over comfort. Truth over rumors. And in doing so, he showed exactly where his priorities lie. After Wang spoke publicly, the world did not calm down. It paused. That pause was louder than any argument. Fans replayed his words again and again. Bai Lu is just a co-worker. Not whispered. Not softened. Spoken with intention. The clarity in his voice unsettled people more than any scandal ever could. Because for the first time, there was no ambiguity to cling to. But what truly shook everyone was what followed behind closed doors. That same evening, Dylan returned home. Not to escape the noise, but to ground himself. Shen Yu was already there. Sitting quietly in the living room with his mother, listening as she spoke about family traditions and simple memories from Dylan's childhood. Shen Yu laughed softly at the stories, her posture relaxed but respectful. Dylan paused at the doorway. This was the moment he knew he had made the right choice. Not because of romance. Not because of pressure. But because the woman sitting there fit into his real life without trying to perform for it. Later that night, after dinner plates were cleared and the house grew quiet, Dylan and Shen Yu sat on the steps outside. The night air was cool. The city distant. For once, neither of them checked their phones. Shen Yu broke the silence. She asked him if he was scared of the reaction. Dylan nodded. He said yes. But he was more scared of staying silent and letting people rewrite his truth. He said there comes a time when protecting your peace matters more than pleasing the crowd. Those words settled between them. The next few days were intense. Media outlets pushed new angles. Fans debated endlessly. Some refused to accept the clarity. Others finally breathed easier. But Dylan remained steady. He did not backtrack. He did not add explanations. His message stood exactly where he left it. And then something unexpected happened again. Dylan's father spoke privately to Shen Yu. Not with questions. With reassurance. He told her that choosing to step into someone's family takes courage. That being watched and judged without responding shows character. He said if you can handle silence with dignity, you can handle anything. Shen Yu listened carefully, her eyes shining but calm. That conversation stayed private. But its effect was visible. When Dylan and Shen Yu appeared publicly days later, there was a shift. They did not arrive together. They did not avoid each other either. They moved with quiet confidence, exchanging small glances that spoke volumes. Fans noticed. The tension that once surrounded them was gone. Behind the scenes, Dylan made another decision. He adjusted boundaries with his work. He clarified what stayed professional and what stayed personal. Bai Lu remained respected as a colleague. Nothing more. Nothing less. There was no bitterness. Only definition. That clarity rippled outward. The noise lost momentum. People began focusing on what mattered. Growth. Intent. Direction. One evening, Dylan's mother invited Shen Yu to help her prepare a family meal. No staff. No schedule. Just the two of them in the kitchen, talking about simple things. Shen Yu admitted she had been afraid to disappoint everyone. Dylan's mother smiled and told her that living honestly will always upset someone. That does not make it wrong. That was the night Shen Yu finally slept peacefully. Weeks passed. The story slowly shifted from chaos to understanding. Not everyone agreed. But the tone changed. Respect replaced speculation. And then Dylan spoke one last time. Not in an interview. Not on a stage. In a quiet moment caught on camera as he was leaving an event, someone asked him if he regretted being so direct. He stopped walking. He turned and said no. Because when you care about someone, clarity is kindness. That was it. No follow-up. No explanation. And that single sentence closed the chapter. Shen Yu watched the clip later and smiled softly. She knew what those words were really for. Not the public. For her. In the end, this story was never about choosing between names. It was about choosing honesty over comfort. Family over fantasy. Real life over noise. Dylan Wang did not speak again to stir drama. He spoke to end it. And when the dust finally settled, one truth remained undeniable. Some people enter your life quietly. But once they become part of your home, nothing else matters. If this continuation kept you watching and made you feel every step of this journey, now is the moment to subscribe, like, comment, and share, because stories like this do not happen once, and this channel is where they continue.